we're live doing a live rookie mock draft. If you're in here and you're watching either on replay, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you're not. I'll probably put a timestamp in here so you can jump ahead to the when we start the rookie mock draft. If you're going to be in here live, which we'll see how many we get, maybe we can do a mock draft together. But we're here doing a rookie mock draft. Senior Bowl's happening, all the practices and measurements and all of that good stuff. So that's affecting mock drafts, and whether it should or not, I don't know. That's a question we can talk about at a later time, but it does definitely affect potentially the stock here for some people. So we are going to be doing a mock draft, and we're going to be doing a 12-team Superflex tight end premium mock draft. So there's I'm going to leave the link to the mock draft. We're going to play with some landing spots here. So tight end premium. Let's go 12-team Superflex. Tight end, we'll do a PPR and 1 point tight end premium mock draft. If you guys are watching and out there, I can get you in to this mock draft through Sleeper if you play or have Sleeper. And you can do a rookie mock draft with me if you are so inclined to do. But yeah, we are using landing spots. I'll share those here in just a second. And just setting it all up here, guys, for us. Let's go with probably do just 3 rounds, but we can put potentially it's going to show 4 rounds, but we're probably just going to do 3 rounds. Maybe we can do 4 rounds depending on who we all have in here. So I will leave the invite here in the chat if you are interested in joining. I'm going to pick, I think, at the 4 spot. Might be making more picks in general. Let me send a message here. All right. But yeah, this will be a 12-team mock draft. Again, we have landing spots. I'm going to share those with you guys here before we get started. Let me pull this bad boy up here. And here's our landing spots. This is from the website A to Z. I'm not super familiar with this website, but it's one of the few websites that actually consistently puts out 3-round mock drafts. So I like to use them for that reason. But in this mock draft, I'm going to zoom in a bit. We have Shedeur Sanders going to the Titans. Again, link is in the chat there if you want to link and see it yourself. But we have Shedeur Sanders going first overall to the Titans, Cam Ward to the Giants, Travis Hunter to the Jags, Tyler Warren, 7th overall pick, going to the Jets, Tet McMillan, 12th overall pick, to the Cowboys, the first receiver, I mean, unless you count Travis Hunter, the first pure receiver there going in 12th overall. Emeka Egbuka going 13th. So Luther Burden going 18th. That's one of the few mock drafts where I've seen Emeka Egbuka being drafted over Luther Burden, which is interesting. I think he's getting a little bit more hype, deservedly so. Colston Loveland to the Broncos. Ashton Genty falls all the way to the 21st pick for the Steelers. Trey Harris to the Commanders. Jackson Dart, who's getting a little bit of hype, goes in the first pick of the 2nd round to the Browns. Matthew Golden to the Raiders. Alec Iomanner to the Bears in the 2nd round. Isaiah Bond to the Broncos. Harold Fannin to the Chargers. Restrepo here to the Panthers. I kind of like this mock draft in terms. It has some interesting different spots for players that we haven't seen yet. Caleb Johnson to the Texans, Travion Henderson to the Chiefs. So again, link is in the chat there for the landing spots. If you want to join the rookie mock draft, just join the invite there that I left in the chat, so you can join live if you would like. We'll give it a few more minutes before we kind of just start it up. And if we don't have a full squad, we can make multiple picks, or maybe I'll be drafting them all. But yeah, go ahead and join this rookie mock draft if you want. Again, it's we're going to do 3 rounds. It shows 4 rounds, which I'll show you the screen here in just a second. But it is a 12-team Superflex PPR, 1-point tight end premium, 1-point tight end premium. So kind of a significant tight end premium there. Let me just share the board here with you. And we'll give it a few more minutes and see. Not a whole lot of news happening as of late. Some coaching hires here and there. Saints still need a head coach. Sounds like they're going to get Kellen Moore. Sounds like that's going to be the path that they go. Where can I reposition? Nope, I don't want to go there. There we go. Sounds like they're going to get Kellen Moore. So that's kind of interesting. That's not a terrible hire by any means. Ooh, I need to make it a linear draft here. Let me make it linear. Computer auto pick, no. Linear, rookies only. There we go. But yeah, go ahead and join if you're so inclined, or you can just comment and give your thoughts. If you don't have Sleeper and you're in here, leave a comment and I can kind of ask your opinion on which direction you would go. And of course, make sure to hit that like button if you are watching, just to get some more views and eyes on this video. So hopefully everyone's doing all right on this Thursday, January 30th, our first weekend without football since August, if you count college football, September for the NFL. But yeah, it's a bittersweet time of year, that's for sure. Very bittersweet time of year. But we're probably just going to get started here. And if we get more people in here, we can always do another one for sure. And that is no problem whatsoever here. So let me just make sure we are good. Anyways, we're gonna start this bad boy up. And with the first pick here, of course, it's Ashton Jeanty. That is the first pick. It always is the first pick. I don't know in any format if it's not Ashton Jeanty, unless you play in some kind of format where the let me see if I can zoom out one. There we go. Where the running backs are highly undervalued and quarterbacks and receivers are overvalued. Which there are leagues like that out there. But it's Ashton Jeanty in this mock draft. Jeanty does go 21st to the Steelers. I don't know if I've really seen him fall past like pick 12 to 15 in many mocks. So is it possible? Sure. But is it likely? Probably not. Probably not. But Ashton Jeanty anyways goes to the Steelers. I assume that means there's no Najee and or Jalen Warren there. So I'll definitely be taking Ashton Jeanty #1 overall there. Moving right along, again, this is where it gets interesting. Like, who do we take at the 102? There's a lot of guys, I think, that we could be taking at the 102. And it's I don't know. It's like there's like 5, 6, 7 guys, and especially in a super flex, especially in a tight end premium. So what that means to me is I'm going to try and move back from the 102 and pick up some assets. But I think I'll still go Ted McMillan here for now. I'll take Ted McMillan, and let me just change to no limit here. I'm going to go ahead and take Ted McMillan. Ted McMillan is the 12th wide receiver or 12th overall player taken, and he goes to the Cowboys. So I think that's an interesting spot for him. He can play alongside CeeDee Lamb. Ted McMillan will line up on the outside. CeeDee Lamb will kind of be that movable piece, moving all over the place. So I think that's an interesting spot for him. Again, we are using landing spots, so check that out. If you're following along, make sure to check that out and kind of see where some of those landing spots go. The next player I'm probably going to take it's a tough one because we have a lot of these running backs that get to really good spots. We also have some wide receivers taken. I mean, you can make the argument for Tyler Warren going at the 103 there. He goes to the Jets in the 7th overall pick, which is kind of crazy. But I think I'm going to lean towards taking TreVeyon Henderson, who goes to the Chiefs in this mock draft. So we're playing in the world where TreVeyon Henderson is a Kansas City Chief, which is interesting to me because I think he's the best running back in that room. I think we've seen the Chiefs, even when they have a guy like a Pacheco. John says, he agrees with Kansas City. Yeah, I'm kind of leaning that way, John. Even if Pacheco is still has a significant role, TreVeyon Henderson can do it through the passing game as well. We've seen a couple running backs, what was it, Jerick McKinnon and Clyde, or Jerick McKinnon and Pacheco there. So I think I kind of agree with you there. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. But whenever you see Kansas City next to someone's name, it's going to be, someone's going to be, taking them. They're going to boost them up, right? They're going to boost them up for sure. At the 104, again, there's a lot of good players, a lot of good landing spots here. Man, it's really hard to ignore Emeka Egbuka to the Dolphins there, 13th overall. It's hard to ignore Tyler Warren to the Jets in a tight ends getting 2 points in this, in this mock draft. Yeah, and then we still have the running backs which have good landing spots. Caleb Johnson going to the Texans, Quinshon Judkins to the Saints, Omarion Hampton to the Raiders. I think we like most of those spots there. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to potentially grab Emeka Egbuka, and I'm going to do this on the basis of maybe something happens and Tyreek Hill's not there, right? And John, we're kind of in lockstep here. Like we're saying the same thing. Egbuka depends on Hill. And despite lower draft capital, I would go Loveland at the Broncos over Warren. So John, I'm going to go ahead and take Loveland at the 105 here. Since you're watching along and anyone's watching along and wants to give their input, let me know. We're doing a Dynasty Superflex 12-team PPR 1-point tight end premium. So tight ends get 2 points per reception. We have landing spots. The link is in the description, just a little bit up in the chat there, so you can check out the landing spots. We start off with Ashton Jeanty. Of course, he actually falls to the 21st pick. I don't think he falls that far, but he goes 21st to the Steelers. Ted McMillan goes to the Cowboys, 12th overall. TreVeyon Henderson, we take 3rd. He goes to the Chiefs in the early 3rd round. Emeka Egbuka is the 104. He goes to the Dolphins, and I'm kind of basing that off of like Tyreek Hill not being there. And then we have Colston Loveland, who John said he would take over Tyler Warren. Colston Loveland going to the Broncos. Now, John, are you Loveland over Warren in general, or are you just you don't like the spot for Warren there, even though he does go 7th overall, which is one of the highest, drafted tight ends ever? That would be. So what's your thoughts there? At the 106, man, it's really hard because, again, this is a super flex league, but we still have some good, positions to take here. Is this where we take Tyler Warren? I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and grab Caleb Johnson here. Not in general, just don't like the spot for the New York Jets. Yeah, for sure. It's always a tough one in like, how much do we, like, for example, like Garrett Wilson. I know he fell in a lot of my rookie drafts that back in 2022 now. because of the Jets landing spot, but he kind of turned out to be, one of the better ones despite the landing spot. I'm actually, crazy enough, I'm going to go Caleb Johnson here. And John, you can let me know the 107 what you would take here, but I'm going to go Caleb Johnson. He goes to the Texans. Obviously, I think Mixon's still going to be involved, so we have to kind of keep that in mind. And maybe it's slightly too high for Caleb Johnson, but I like to change things up a little bit too. I think Caleb Johnson's awesome, and we've seen how the Texans use their running backs here in this system. So I'm gonna throw Caleb Johnson out there and kind of just see how the draft plays out with that. So, John, you can make the 107 pick if you'd like there. And let me know, or anyone else watching, leave a comment and we can get you in on this pick here. Again, we are using landing spots. Still some good players there, man. There's still 2 first-round receivers, a top 10 tight end, 2 quarterbacks taken in the first 3 picks. The 107, you have to go quarterback with Ward, yeah. Then Sanders would be at first overall in Tennessee, yeah. I'm kind of team Ward over Shedeur, and I really like the Giants. Like out of the top 5 teams with the top 5 pick, I kind of like the Giants the most for a landing spot because you get Malik Neighbors, so you get an elite wide receiver 1. You still have a guy like a Wan'Dale Robinson who's like a solid, probably a 3 at best. You have a potential in a tight end like a Theo Johnson. You have Tyrone Tracy there. And, you have Brian Daboll, who, we saw him do great things with Josh Allen. We saw him do pretty good things his first year in New York with Daniel Jones. I still think Daboll is a pretty good coach, specifically for quarterbacks. And so I like that fit with Cam Ward there. I think he has the highest ceiling, in my opinion. At the 108, I'm going to go ahead and take Tyler Warren here. But man, there's a lot of nice landing spots in this mock draft here. But I'm going to go ahead and take Tyler Warren. And I try and do these mock drafts not just specifically and strictly what I would do, but also like how I think it could play out the draft. And so, Tyler Warren in a 1-point tight end premium, so 2 points per reception for tight ends, getting 7th overall draft capital, going to the Jets, and he's automatically the tight end 1 there. I'm not even sure if Tyler Conklin is still under contract or Jeremy Rucker, but he's automatically the tight end 1 there. And so despite the quarterback question marks, you think about Aaron Glenn coming from Detroit and they had Laporta. I don't know. You start making connections like that, and I can see Tyler Warren going there. So let me know, John, what you would do at the 109 here. And again, like the way we're looking at this, guys, the 102 in a tight end premium super flex, like honestly, I can make an argument for TreVeyon Henderson being the 2nd overall pick. I can make an argument for Ibuka. Like if you think he, gets to the Dolphins with no Tyreek Hill and you like that draft capital, I can make it maybe an argument for one of the tight ends or one of the quarterbacks. So, man, I think that's where I would go, John. I think I would go Shedeur Sanders at the 109 here. I'll go Shedeur Sanders. It's just, again, the positional value of quarterbacks is too much to ignore. Even if they're QB 15, QB 17, like that's, they're basically like a mid QB 2. That's still going to be more valuable than a lot of players in this draft. So I like that pick there. So we already got Loveland. I'll probably go back to the running back well here, and I'm going to take Omarion Hampton. Again, you can make the argument that he should go a lot higher. So again, like I keep saying this, like, oh, maybe he could go higher. What that means, again, I'll say it is I want to trade back. I want to trade back as much as possible because there's this giant tier of guys. And I know, John, we were talking about in the Discord there, would you trade the what was it, the 107 and the 108 for the 102? And it's like, I just don't feel strongly enough about like, this is the lock for the 102. and I need him, right? I don't feel strongly about that. Like, it's not like last year, right? It's not like last year where we had, certain players where it's like, these guys are kind of a lock to be the first 3 picks. And that made it a lot easier to kind of trade up into it, right? It's like Caleb or Jaden Daniel. It was like basically Caleb, Jaden Daniels, Marvin Harrison. That was like the 1, 2, 3. And there was definitely like a tier drop from those guys. So maybe even neighbors, right? So I'll go Hampton here. And again, you could definitely make a case for Hampton being higher up on this list here. Man, where do I go now? Where do I go now? Actually, John, you can. I just picked at the 110. So, John, you can let me know at the 111 since you're here. And anyone else that's in here, drop a comment and we can get you in and your thoughts on this draft. Again, we are using landing spots. Judkins or Burden at 11. Toss up for me. Whoever isn't picked would be your 12, I think. Yeah, I was definitely looking at Quinshon Judkins. He goes 3rd round to the Saints. So, maybe you get one more year of Kamara, but you're definitely going to get at worst, like Judkins is going to get some work because they're not going to just use Kamara as their full-on player here. Luther Burden is a really good talent. I don't love the landing spot going to the Seahawks. And so, like, that's in the back of my mind of just like, because I want to see. I like JSN a lot, and JSN was playing a lot in the slot. Now they did change their offensive coordinator and stuff like that. No problem, Peter. That you guys missed the start. Maybe we can run another one if you guys want. If you guys are willing to hop in here, I can start up another one, and we can just after we do this first round, let me know if you're interested in that. We can get you in into the mock here. And we'll just do one round and then kind of restart it here. I'll just do that. I'll go Judkins. So John's in. Let me know, Peter, if you're in for that as well. I'll go Judkins and Luther Burden. Again, like it's just Luther Burden going to the Seahawks is not super intriguing there. So but yeah, I can start up another one. Let me know, Peter, if you're in. I'm just going to do it now. Me and John will get in there. Anyone else watching, if you guys want to mock draft with us. There's going to be a sleeper link. I'm going to set it up right now and invite you guys. So again, and I'll go over the is there a way to split screen this for easier finding on the Excel sheet you made? Yeah, I can leave it in the Discord if you guys want the Excel sheet here. Let me drop the link to the mock draft again. I'll explain the settings and stuff like that in just a second. But hop in, guys, if you want to hop in. I'm just going to grab the 4 spot again. We are using landing spots, so the link of the mock draft, I'm going to repost it here. The link of the mock draft is here. The Discord, I'm going to put in the, I assume I can put documents here. Let me pull up the, I'm going to drop the Excel sheet into the Discord, guys, in the live stream app. I think both of you are in there. So, but yeah, we got garlic bread. Let me see here. I'm trying to find where I had it deal. Where did I put it? Moped. Yeah, get in here, guys. Get in here if you want to mock draft. Hop in. Link is in there. I'm going to leave again, we do have landing spots if you want to open that link that I dropped. And I'm also going to put an Excel sheet that I made that kind of just lays out all these guys. Here we go, into the live stream channel in our Discord. So I'm dropping that there if you just want to download that. It's a little bit easier. I take out all the defensive guys and offensive linemen and all that stuff. And put them all in there and nice and organized. So if you guys are not in the Discord, hop in. Again, we'll probably start here in just a minute or two. So if there's anyone watching that wants to join this mock draft, hop in now or forever hold your peace. This is a 12 team. We're going to do a 12 team super flex. Yeah, no problem, Peter. 12 team super flex, tight end premium. So PPR, 12 team, super flex, PPR, tight end, 1 point tight end premium, rookie mock draft here. So basically tight ends get 2 points per reception. So again, guys, hop into this mock draft. We're going to start in just a minute. So once it starts, I don't think you can hop in after that. So we're going to do a linear draft, 12 team. We're just going to do 60 seconds per pick here. No auto pick for computers. We can talk those through together. Actually, I'll do no limit on the picks there. Linear roster settings. We're gonna make it. It's gonna show 4 rounds, but we're only probably gonna do 3. So there we go. Childish is in here. Welcome, welcome. We have garlic bread, childish moped. Anyone else want to join this? We're going to start in just 1 minute. Join our Discord if you have not, and there's an Excel sheet that shows the landing spots, or just click the link of the no worries. We got another one filled up here, so nice. We might not be able to fill up all 12, but if we can get at least a couple more in this mock draft, that'd be awesome. Again, 12 teams, super flex, PPR, 1 point per tight end premium. Landing spots are in the link here, or in the Excel sheet in our Discord, in the live stream tab or channel. I put a mock draft Excel sheet that just lists out all the players here. So again, if you're watching this, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. And last 30 seconds or so. So if you want to hop in, make sure to get in. Last 30 seconds if you want to hop in, or else we're just going to jump right into it. Let me just make sure we got the linear draft, super flex. Nice. We got Mad Titan in here. Welcome, Mad Titan. Thank you for joining. And I think we're just going to start it up, guys. Again, we do have landing spots, 12 teams, super flex, PPR, tight end premium. Here we go. Let's see how we do here. I'm glad we got some people in here. We got Mad Titan on the clock. Is he going to change things up, or is he going to consensus? Yeah, he's going to go the consensus. It's Ashton Genty. I asked this in a video. What would it take for you to not draft Ashton Genty number 1? Like, what would it take for you if you have the number 1 pick? Like, does he have to fall? In this mock draft, he goes to the Steelers. He actually falls a little bit. He goes to the Steelers in the 21st pick. So we like that landing spot for him. I'm going to go Ted McMillan with the 2 pick there. Ted McMillan, first receiver off the board, 12th overall, goes to the Cowboys. So we got Sorcy on the clock there. Let us know what you're going to do there. Sorcy or Sorky? I assume it's Sorcy. Go ahead and make your pick when you're ready. And a good trade. If he's in a bad backfield, like if the Jets grab him in the 2nd or something, okay. A good trade, to be honest, to get me off of him. Okay, so you'd have to literally trade, right? You'd have to literally trade. I am going to put a 60-second clock here. Sorcy, let us know if you're going to make that pick. Yeah, definitely. I just don't like, even in this mock draft, he goes to the Steelers 21st. I don't really see him falling that far. Sorcy goes Travion Henderson. I'm actually going to give people a minute and a half just because with the mock draft and stuff like that. So Travion Henderson here, I think that's probably a good pick here. He goes to the Chiefs. 66th overall, so early third round. I'm going to change things up here than what I just did in the previous draft. I'm going to change things up here, and I'm going to go ahead and grab. Who am I going to grab? You know what? I'm just going to go Omarion Hampton. I still think there's a good chance he's the RB2 in the draft class. He goes to the third round, goes to the Raiders. So I'll go ahead and take Omarion Hampton, change it up a little bit. I would not take that sport. So I'm going to off back to the future to not draft into M1. Yeah, for sure. So we got Childish on the clock here. Again, this is a 12-team Superflex. PPR, 1 point tight end premium with landing spots. Ted to the Patriots and Jin to the Jets. That wouldn't make you change it. Okay, Childish, you can get skipped. Yeah, no worries. You can also make the pick if you want to, but I'm gonna shock the world here. I'm gonna go Tyler Warren here in a tight end premium. He goes 7th overall to the Jets. Yeah, no worries. If you pop into service and make it Childish, yeah, all good. But yeah, Tyler Warren, I'm going here. And let me know, guys. Whoever types it in first, who goes at the 106? Who goes at the 106 and 107? So first two names I will take at the 106 and the 107 in this draft. So Tyler Warren goes. He goes to the Jets. Not the greatest spot, but man, I mean, we saw like Brock Bowers, right? He didn't go to the greatest landing spot, and he became the tight end 1. I really love Tyler Warren. Like, the dude's awesome. The dude's amazing. So first two names I see will be the 106 or the 107, or I'll just make the pick if we start running out of time here. But yeah, again, 1 point tight end premium. This is interesting. I just probably go the better player, even if it's at running back, which I usually avoid. Yeah, I generally go with best player as well, unless the landing spot's really, really, really bad here. I'm just going to go ahead and make the pick then. I don't see – okay, I got Ward. So we got Cam Ward, Mr. Master said, and Emeka Ibuka. Okay, so those are the two that I saw. So we got Cam Ward and Emeka Ibuka going here. Cam Ward goes to the Giants, and Emeka Ibuka goes 13th overall, ahead of Luther Burden, 1 pick behind Ted McMillan, and he goes to the Dolphins, which is a very intriguing spot. I assume that would mean Tyreek Hill's not there. So now we got Garlic Bread on the clock, and he's going to make his pick here. What do you guys think, Cam Ward? Does it come versus Shedeur Sanders? Are you guys on team Cam Ward? Does it come to landing spot? I like the Giants landing spot for a quarterback. So, I think that's an intriguing spot for sure. So we got Quinshon Judkins. Here, who, by the way, went to the Saints, 71st overall. Quinshon Judkins, 71st overall. I'm going to go ahead and make the pick at the 109, the first name, and then I'm going to take Childish's pick for the 110. So he said, I'm going to go Shedeur Sanders, and then I'm going to go Caleb here, Caleb Johnson. Shedeur Sanders goes to the to the Titans first overall. Caleb Johnson goes to the Texans in the second round. He's actually the second running back taken in this draft. So, yeah. Again, like the quarterbacks, I know we're not high on them, but like positional value for these guys, like we really have to, if you hit on one of these guys, like you're in a really good spot, a really, really good spot. So hopefully I didn't take your pick there. Peter. Hopefully I didn't take your pick there. Man, there's still some good players. Again, if you didn't hear me talk about it before, but it's like 102 to 109, I can really see it going any way. I really could see it going any way here. So, with a lot of different spots there that could go. A lot of different players. Pete, are you there? We got about 20 seconds on my clock. I can pause the draft if you're not. I know you're here, but we just might be on a little bit of a delay, Pete. So let me know if you're not here, Pete, and we can go ahead and make that pick. So, but yeah, you can make the pick yourself there, Pete. I don't know. I don't know if you realize that or not. If not, we can start it. We can start it up a little bit. So, Mr. Master, yeah, keeping up with it a little bit. I'm kind of waiting till the end of the week to kind of get the full on stuff here. I don't know, Pete. I don't know what happened to you here. So I'm going to go ahead and just give you Luther Burden at the 111. Mr. Master, if you're not in this draft, tell me who you would take at the 112 as I go through these. Yeah, I mean, some Jalen Royals is one that stands out. A guy that was he's kind of killing it. Tez Johnson. Okay, you would have taken the next running back here. Yeah, no worries. No worries there. I gave you Luther Burden, but maybe in your next pick here. Woody Marks has shown out. DJ Giddens has shown out. Jack Besh, Tez Johnson, Jalen Knoll. All those guys have really have stood out there. So there's been a lot of guys for sure. Fallers. That's a good question. Like, who are the fallers in this draft? I'm going to go ahead and take who's the next best tight end here. I mean, the next one taken in this rookie draft was you know what? We'll take Colston Loveland here. There probably shouldn't be that big of a difference between Colston Loveland and Tyler Warren, if we're being completely honest. Like, that big of a separation. So Colston Loveland goes 20th to the Broncos. Devin Neal as well. I heard Devin Neal was a standout. He's an interesting one as well. The quarterbacks, I know Will Howard is kind of standing out. And there we go. We got Devin Neal taken. Yeah, definitely sniped. Will Howard's been rising up boards. Jackson Dart has been rising up boards. I haven't really been, I've been trying to stay positive, so I haven't really been looking at like who's been falling too much. I'll probably put together a video, actually, maybe release it over the weekend. I like to kind of wait until I don't worry too much about the game. To me, it's more about the practices than anything. Question: where do we take Travis Hunter? Where do we take him? I have no idea where we take Travis Hunter, assuming we just don't know. Yeah, I'll take the next running back for you, Peter. But anyways, I think I'm going to go with, we already have Hampton off the board. Yes. Interesting. I'm actually going to go with Matthew Golden, which I'm really high on Matthew Golden. Is he in here? Yeah, he is. I'm really high on Matthew Golden. I like him more than a lot of other guys. He goes to the Raiders in this draft, which is kind of like it's not the greatest spot. We don't know who their quarterback's going to be. So I think that's a big concern there with them. Yeah. Travis Hunter's a tough one. Like, where do we take him? Hunter, if there's a solid word, he'll be wide receiver. Let's just say we don't know. Let's just say we don't know what he's going to play. Like, by the time you do your rookie draft, where does he go? Sleeper app not working. No worries, Peter. No worries. We're going to do a lot more of these. So we'll do a lot more of these and kind of get everyone a lot of opportunity there. So we got Trey Harris going here, which is very interesting. I'm not the biggest Trey Harris fan, but if you love like yards per route run and stuff like that, that dude was insane yards per route run number. He goes to the Commanders in the late first, so a really good landing spot. Really, really good landing spot. So, thoughts on Jalen Milroe? I'm actually going to take him here. Actually, no. You know what? I'm gonna take Travis Hunter. I think this is where I'm gonna take him. Like this is where I'm willing to gamble on Travis Hunter. At this point, Hunter's an unknown. Then you got to be a contender and roll the dice on him. This is the point where I'm gonna take Travis Hunter if we don't know where he's gonna play. If we don't know where he's going to play, I'm going to take Travis Hunter here. And just like if he plays wide receiver, I got a huge steal. If he doesn't, then I'm in trouble, But I'm willing to risk an early second round pick. And then I'm going to go with Harold Fannin Jr. I don't think Childish is working here. So I'm going to go with Harold Fannin Jr. here. Although he did take back-to-back tight ends. Now that I see that, I probably wouldn't do that, but we'll go ahead and leave it. Let me know, guys, who would you take at the 106? First name I see here. Who would you take at the 106 here? We still have some running backs on the board, some receivers, some quarterbacks. But yeah, my thoughts on Milroe, Kevin, is if he gets – okay, I see Jackson Dart was the first one. Yep, we got 2 Jackson Darts, so that's easy there. Jackson Dart, who in this draft class, he's actually the 3rd quarterback taken. He goes to the Browns with the first pick of the 2nd round. So that's pretty good to see it. And then I see Io Manor, and I'll go ahead and grab him because I saw someone just put him in the chat. Io Manor here goes to the Bears. 39th overall. That's an interesting spot for him. I mean, not sure what I love that spot, but I think he's a talented player. But anyways, thoughts on Milroe? I know he hasn't gone yet, so I'm doing a little bit of cheating here, but he's the guy I'm willing to take a shot on if he gets that early 2nd round or to a really good spot in the 3rd round draft capital because he runs the ball. And the argument I make, and I'm just going to pause real quick here. The argument I make for Milroe is if you're taking him in the early to mid 2nd round, if he gives you 2 years of top 10 quarterback production because he runs the ball, that's probably going to be more valuable than most players taken after him in the 2nd round, Milroe. And I know we always think Dynasty, I want a guy for 10 years. I'll take QB7 for 2 years over RB25 for 5 years, or 24, whatever. I'll happily take that. So I'm actually, man, am I going to take him here? You know what? I'm going to take him here. It's a super flex. He runs the ball. I'm going to go ahead and grab Milroe here. And let me know, guys, again, first name I see, let me know who should be the 110 pick here. Still some good, decent draft capital players, but who should be the 110? I'm starting to like this class, this draft class more and more. Maybe I'm just falling into it because I'm studying these guys, researching and talking about them all the time. But Fannin already went, John. I took Fannin at the 205. Probably shouldn't have taken 2 tight ends for Childish there, but that's what I went. So we already have Fannin off the board. It is a 2 point per reception, 1 point tight end premium. But yeah, let me know. First name I see in the next 15 seconds or so. Restrepo. Okay, we're gonna go Restrepo. We're gonna go Xavier Restrepo, who in this draft he goes to the Panthers, 57th overall. That's an interesting spot. I feel like Panthers need like that alpha number 1 guy. I don't think Restrepo's that, but they just kind of have like a bunch of 2s, in my opinion, on that team here. I'm going to go ahead and take DJ Giddens here. I'm going to go ahead and take DJ Giddens, who in this mock draft goes I assume Pete wasn't in here, but DJ Giddens goes to the Browns. Goes to the Browns 94th overall. Goes to the Browns 94th overall in this draft class. I just noticed that the Chiefs took 2 running backs in this mock draft in the second, both in the 3rd round. I don't know if that's going to happen. And then a guy that I really, really like, and I'm becoming higher and higher on. I'm going to go ahead and take Jalen Royals, who probably should be going even earlier than this. We're going to do one more round here, guys. One more round, the first round. And let's keep it going. Again, we are using landing spots for this. And we have Quinn Ewers go. Again, super flex leagues, man. Take a shot on these quarterbacks. If they hit, then they're awesome. I'll take whatever name I see first. By the way, Quinn Ewers, did he get drafted in here? He did not, but that's okay. You don't have to take, guys that only get drafted in this mock draft. Let me know. First name I see, I'll go ahead and take at the 102 here. First name I see, I will take it. What do you guys think of? I guess I'll talk about him afterwards. But yeah, who would you guys take here at the 302? We still have a player taken 51st overall. We got Tez. I see Tez Johnson. I'll go ahead and type in Tez Johnson. Are you worried that he's only 156 pounds, John? That's small. I don't know if I've ever remember a receiver coming in that small, but you just watch him play and the guy's really damn good. So, sometimes we just have to throw. I'm kind of in the camp of like, if a guy just looks good, all the numbers are good, everything's good except for his size, I'm going to take a shot on him. I felt that way with Tank Dell, and I think that was a hit until he got hurt. I felt that way with Bucky Irving, and that seems to be a hit. Yeah, he's a good dart throw in round 3 for sure. Definitely a good dart throw. We got Ollie Gordon going. Real quick, before I pick here, I'm really intrigued by Ollie Gordon, because Ollie Gordon was like the next big thing heading into the 2024 college season. If you guys don't follow college football very much, Ollie Gordon in 2023, as a sophomore, put up 2,000 total yards, 22 touchdowns, 40 catches, and he was the next big thing. He was Ashton Genty for this year. And he had a really down year for Oklahoma State. 888 yards. His yards per carry fell by 1.5. His yards per reception fell by over 2. 14 total touchdowns. And my next running back, Samson Scat Gordon, is Gordon back to school. Ollie Gordon, I think he declared, didn't he? Or did he? Yeah, no, he's he's another one that's excelling at the Senior Bowl, by the way. But anyways, my thoughts on, so Gordon's going to be entering the draft there. My thoughts on Ollie Gordon is, can someone find and unlock what we saw his sophomore year? It reminds me a lot of Chuba Hubbard. Chuba Hubbard was a 5-star recruit out of high school. He had both went to Oklahoma State, by the way. He contributed as a freshman. He had almost 1,000 total yards. He had an amazing sophomore year, Chuba Hubbard, almost 2,300 total yards, 21 touchdowns, and had a very down 2020 year. COVID year, he got I don't think he got hurt. I forget how many games. I think he missed like 4 games or something, but just wasn't as good as his previous years, and he kind of got pushed down the draft board. And so I'm just kind of wondering if like Ollie Gordon is going to follow that similar career path. So I really like that pick at the 303 to take a shot on him here. But yeah, I'm going to go start this back up, guys. Sorry about that. Just wanted to go on a rant here. I'm going to go with Torrey Horton. He's a guy that I just watched him, and I really like what I see, like some of the analytical stuff. So I'm going to go Torrey Horton out of Colorado State. He goes to the Jags, 70th overall. And I kind of like that. I like his pairing with Brian Thomas there. I know Christian Kirk will still kind of be there, but also new coaching staff. Guys, let me know. First name I see. First few names here. Throw out some names, and I'll take them here at the 5, 6, and 7. Again, if you're watching this, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe. If you're not subscribed, we're going to be going live and doing these rookie drafts all throughout the off season, through May most likely. If you're interested in joining it, Gunnar Helm for Childish. We're gonna give Childish 3 tight ends. That's fine. It's not a real draft, so we'll go ahead and do that. Gunnar Helm goes to the Colts in this draft. So if you guys want to join a mock draft, let me know if you want to run another one. If we have enough people that want to run another one, I see we have more people watching. If you guys want to get in on the next one, let me know. Just leave a comment in the live chat, and we can start up one more for sure. I'm happy to do that. And then where we go in here, Gunnar Helm for Childish. What about Jalen Knoll? I like Jalen Knoll. We went Higgins. Okay, well, I'll go Higgins and then Knoll, the 2 Iowa State receivers. I kind of like Knoll a little bit better. I know it's spelled Noel, but it's pronounced Knoll. I think he's kind of showing out at the he's not even in here. Someone said that, I think someone said that he's not in here. Fine, he's not in here. I'll go Dylan Sampson. He's a guy I'm really high on. Really, really high on Dylan Sampson. A lot higher than most people. He's another one of those guys where kind of the big negative on him is his size. But everything else is awesome when you watch him. Productive, fast. I think he can be a workhorse guy, even though he is a little bit smaller. So I'm a big Dylan Sampson guy. Donovan Edwards is an interesting one for sure. Because he was kind of a couple years ago, the next big thing, right? He was the next big thing, and then he didn't look as good. I haven't gotten into the film on Donovan Edwards, so I can't really say too much. But I remember him being kind of the next big thing. Him and Corum playing together. So, what do we think of Isaiah Bond? He's still on the board. He goes 51st overall, so he gets really good draft capital. Goes to the Broncos. So, you could see him being, the number 2 this coming year, and maybe take over as the number 1. I don't know. My big thing with Isaiah Bond, I'm just going to go ahead and grab him here. He just didn't produce. He's not even in the database. Interesting. Okay, so we won't go Isaiah Bond. We'll go Ja'Cory Brooks. Is he in here? He's not in here. Man, Sleeper, you are lagging a little bit. I think I'm going to get auto-picked. Will Howard went. Jalen Knowles not in there. Is Savion Williams in here? Savion. I'll go ahead and just take Savion Williams. He's an interesting one for sure. He's super athletic, awesome with the ball in his hands, but I don't know if he can run routes very well, to be honest, which is a bit of a bummer there. But anyways, what do you guys think of Isaiah Bond? My biggest thing is the guy just didn't really produce at all. And that's one of the number one things when you look at fantasy relevant players. We can throw out 40 times, size, strength, speed, whatever. The number one thing is did you produce in college? And he just didn't. Isaiah Bond, he just didn't here. So I'm just going to go ahead and take a Gadsden. Yeah, sure. We'll take a run day. A run day. I think it's a run day. Super low on Isaiah Bond. Yeah, I kind of agree. Will Howard was an interesting one. Will Howard in this mock draft goes to the Seahawks. He's getting some buzz. Guy led the I think he led FBS in passing yards, right? This last year. So he's getting a little bit of buzz there. Some other guys that I like here. Damian Martinez. RJ Harvey I really like a lot. RJ Harvey I really, really like a lot. Jack Besh I really like a lot. We don't have to go into the 4th round here, although Mad Titan picks Scattaboo. Yeah, he should have been drafted for sure earlier. I kind of forgot about him because I was kind of just following our mock draft that we were following, but I am a lot higher on Scattaboo. He should be taken way earlier than that. So what are some other guys that you guys are interested in here? Let me know. Also, any questions you guys have, Dynasty related trades, any of that stuff, let me know. I can kind of help you out here. We'll be I'll be live for a little bit longer unless we have like a bunch of you that want to do another mock draft here. I'll be happy to do that, but we'll probably just stop it here. We're gonna go live again Saturday morning, by the way. But yeah, let me know what you guys, just any questions in general that you guys have, any of these prospects that you're interested in. Actually, let me go back and share the board here. Alex said he would have taken Woody Marks at he would have taken Woody Marks there. Let me. There we go. Sure, Alex. I'll let you go ahead and pick him. Would have taken Woody Marks there. Yeah, I can't argue against him. I think he's a really good player. Some other guys that didn't get drafted, Mason Taylor going to the Rams. That's an interesting spot here. I'm kind of interested. I haven't gotten into Gunnar Helm and Mason Taylor, kind of that second tier of tight ends yet. But I think I need to resume the draft there if you want to pick them. Do you think I'll be able to trade out and get a 2026 first for my 111? League dependent. It's definitely league dependent. I would absolutely do that, Peter, if I could. If you're going to be able to do it, it's going to be as we get closer to the draft, right? As we get closer to the draft and we start putting names on players, it might even be in the draft. I don't know if you do a live draft or if you do a slow draft, but it might even be, in the draft where this might, you might be able to make this trade because people are going to get hyped once they start tagging names to players or picks. Sorry. Once we start saying, Omarion Hampton is the 104. Once we start saying Emeka Ibuka is the 105, like you start putting names to these picks, people are going to be much more likely to take these guys. So just to give, we'll give Childish 4 straight tight ends here. So if you could do that, Peter, absolutely. Absolutely. League is across UK and Australia. Nice. Where are you from, Peter? Where are you from? Sounds like you got some international league here, so that's pretty cool. But yeah, if I could do that, I really like the 26 class a lot. I like the 26 class a lot. So once again, guys, if you're not subscribed, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Obviously, hit the like on this video. So whether you're watching it live right now or on replay. Join our Discord. I'm putting the link in the chat here. That's how you'll know when we go live. We're going to try and go live 3-4 times a week, doing mock drafts and things like that, talking Dynasty from now through May-ish, June. I know most people do their mock drafts, rookie drafts, in May. So Irish, but in Australia. Nice. So I have family. My mom's Australian. She lives in the U.S. now. My brother lived in Melbourne for a while. Family in W.A., Perth, Bunbury. So been to Australia a few times. So love it. Love it, love it, love it. But yeah, any other questions, guys? I mean, we're probably going to let this draft just kind of time out here. But yeah, let me know if you have other questions. Appreciate the people that hopped on in the rookie mock drafts. I know some of you guys had some internet connections and stuff. Yeah, Aussie. So appreciate everyone that hopped on and stuff like that. And join us for all of them if you can. Hit the bell so you know when we go live. Really would like to get a full, 12 players in this mock draft to go a little bit smoother. We can run a lot more. So, but yeah, if you guys have any other questions, trade stuff, let me know. If not, probably just going to sign off for now. And yeah, again, appreciate everyone a lot. John, Peter, Alex, Kevin, appreciate you. Mr. Master 636. I don't know how to say your name, Childish. I'm just calling you Childish, but I don't know if it's if you're still here or not, but yeah, everyone that kind of popped in, appreciate you all. Yeah, thank you, John. Thank you, Peter. Saturday morning, we will be live again. We're going to be doing some team reviews. If you want your team reviewed, join the Discord. We will review your team for you. There's a little channel in there that says team reviews. You just need to leave like a comment, a GIF, or whatever, and we'll do that. I know, Peter, we already got you coming up, and some others. Again, rookie mock drafts happening all during the week, content coming out all week. So probably going to sign off, but appreciate everyone very, very much. And again, if you're watching on replay, make sure to hit the like and subscribe button. Take care, everyone. Have a great rest of your Thursday night. See you all Saturday morning around